59th encounter of the incredible Premier League, and every single game is important, especially this one for both the teams. For RCB, if you win it, more or less have 1 foot into the top two, I must tell you, not only a Q beside your name. But if LSG win it, they'll keep their hopes alive, which Rishabh Pant said, the dream is still alive. But I have Rohan with me. Rohan, big game, and you need your full squad into this game, but already got a blow because the last couple of hours, rather, last couple of days, have been a days of replacement announcing, I must tell you, for most of the teams, focusing on RCB. An unsung hero, underrated number three in the side this season, Devdutt Padikkal, has been ruled out and has been replaced by a Karnatakan boy. Are you happy with that?
A bit of mixed emotions, you can say. As you said, Devdutt Padikkal, I think, has evolved as a player. He improved his attacking game, and he was the only left-hander in the top three. If you had, apart from Bethel, because earlier Salt was there. So I think a left-hand, right-hand was always going on, and he was playing the aggressive role and giving a good opportunity for someone like Virat to go long in his innings and be the anchor and be there till the end, which will kind of give the hopes of the RCB fans alive always. So I think yes, a big miss, hamstring injury has ruled him out, but as rightly said, replaced by another Karnataka boy in Mayank Agarwal. Had a fantastic domestic season this year in Vijay Hazare as well as the Mushtaq Ali. So I think a good enough replacement at number three or even
Yeah,
opening is available for him. Unfortunate wasn't picked in the auctions this year, but I think
correct.
there's that saying from Rinku, God's plan and stuff like that. So I think you never know who's going to get opportunity. As we saw, whoever have come in as replacement for various teams have all delivered pretty well. So I think one more chance for him to make a mark in the IPL.
Absolutely. One more chance to make it to the IPL. But yes, in talking about what RCB are going through, understandable Phil Salt is yet to recover from the fever as well. Josh Hazelwood in the previous game did not play. How much did Lungi Engidi impress you in that conditions?
Yeah, he was good enough because he has that height factor and he used to get that little extra bounce. So I think not much of a miss of Hazelwood was felt for the RCB. I think that's how the auction dynamics went. They had taken Lungi Ngidi in the fag end of the auction at pretty much the base price that he was available as a cover for someone like Hazelwood. So I think Lungi Ngidi did a decent enough job for that particular wicket. It was a bit tacky and his kind of off-pace deliveries were holding on to the pitch, and he picked up those two wickets as well. So I think a good enough replacement. There's someone like a Nuwan Tusharo also there who can have those slingy Yorkers going. So I think that kind of thing has been covered up well by RCB. But more
Absolutely.
about Salt, I think, yeah, Jacob Bethel has come in and did splendidly. I think the young
True.
boy is looked upon as the next big thing in English cricket. I think
Yeah. And what a knock it was in
RCB
the previous game, I must tell you, against the Chennai Super Kings.
superb. I mean, all those reverse scoops and all that game we saw in the earlier series when he came to India, he was a bit bothered against the spinners, but I think he has improved his game as well. And not to mention the wicket at Chinnaswamy kind of suited his and being playing in the power play also as well. So I think it will be a good test for him at the Ekana, where the pitch can be a bit two-paced again. So let's see how he goes there.
Correct, absolutely. It is expected to be in a toothpaste wicket, but Ekana Stadium is back. I think yesterday at the Eden Gardens, we witnessed something similar to Ekana Stadium. It did not feel like Eden Gardens, but it was sea of yellow, and Tala finished it off once again in the last over. But if you look into the records, as of now, what the points table says so, you have Lucknow Super Giants and RCB are playing this game. RCB currently in second spot. A win takes them to 18 points first spot, but also a Q beside their name. But on the other hand, Lucknow Super Giants, 11 matches, 10 points to their name. They're four spots above the bottom of the points table. 3 games left in the hand, Rohan. What could be the plan for Rishabh Pant and his side going forward into this big game?
I think first of all, the important thing for them to work upon is Rishabh himself. I think if Rishabh starts performing, I think a lot of their problems can be solved. Unfortunately, he hasn't delivered for the price tag that he is, and over reliance on the top three in Makram, Marsh, as well as Puran. I think others, Abdul Samad and all these Badoni, I think they've chipped in well enough, but not taken the game to a level where they
Do
could
you
feel safe.
think Badoni is batting a little bit lower down the order compared to the form he is?
Exactly. I think the kind of form he has displayed and in the match awareness for the situation that was there as well. So for a young boy to come in and play his game as well and adapt to the situation, I think that's a big tick mark for someone like Ayush Badoni. It's Rishabh Pant that's the worry for LSG because they don't know what to do with him. He's batting either too low or I think best thing would be just go out and open the innings maybe if possible.
Absolutely.
And
Many are saying that because you're not in the form, you can explore the power play,
yeah.
go and then take it down in the power play and enjoy your innings. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it has been the story of Rishabh Pant in this season around. But am I being too harsh? But is it the fact that the pace has dipped and so has been the form of somebody like a Mayank Yadav?
Bit of a concern, yeah. He was out for almost 6 months or so. I think time does you do need some time to recover from your injuries. Pace, I think, end of the day is an asset for him. He can rile it up, but you need to progress a bit more slow. You don't want to rush too much and then cause another
Understandable,
injury.
but he's bowling at that 138 to
Yeah.
141 2 mark. Is that being good enough? Because in the previous game, I know Aussies love extra pace, and Josh Inglis took into the journey. But your thoughts on that? Once he becomes again at 147, 149, 150 plus, that time he will be threatening.
More than pace, I was worried about the length he was bowling. I think he was bowling to a length that suited someone like English who's grown up on those Aussie fast pitches. I think you need to be a bit more smarter, ball those foolish lengths, or even take the pace off, which I think he has a very good slow delivery as well. So I think a bit more bowling smartness is required. Pace alone can only take you to a certain level. I think how you utilize that pace and your variations and the mixing up of length, I think that's what will make him the better bowler. I think someone like a Zahir there as a mentor, I think pretty much should help him a lot more being aware of what's happening as per the conditions and the batsman at the other end. I think a bit more strategy if he can imply in his bowling. I think that will make him better than just relying only on pace, which can only take it to a certain level. But to be that much more successful, I think he had to add all these things in his armory.
That's absolutely true. But if you talk about Lucknow Super Giants, what they have up their sleeve, two home games there left in the hands. Lucknow Super Giants face on the RCB, which we are covering already. Final game against the Orange Army, who can also play as party spoilers, I must tell you, like Chennai Super Kings did to the Kolkata Knight Riders. And they have an away game at the Narendra Modi Stadium against the Gujarat Titans. Not easy game by any means, but a loss could be the end of the journey for LSG.
And definitely, as you said, not just against RCB, then the coming two games are also a bit tough, especially at Ahmedabad. GT, I think, is a very well-rounded unit, and at Ahmedabad, very much more formidable. Sunrisers been a bit hot and cold, but one thing you do know is they'll come hard at you up front. So again, a place where LSG bowlers can struggle. So though it's at home, again, not nothing easy for them. So I think LSG, if you're a fan of theirs, you will be worried with what's up next. So I think it's getting more tougher for them.
Absolutely, that is really a concern. But which type of LSG or which type of SRH will come out in the final game, we have to see. That's way later. Before that, they have RCB to play, and after that, Gujarat to play at the Narendra Modi Stadium. But talking about at Chinnaswamy as well, when RCB play, they have a couple of home games to end their group stages game, but which has not been a happy hunting ground. 100% record continues away from home. Final away game is at the Ekana Stadium. After that, SRH and KKR are the two teams they are going to host. Your thoughts on that, please?
I think first game I think is an opportunity which has never been done in this great IPL league, where nobody has won all their away games. You could have a very good home record, but to win all seven, I think that will be a great motivation for this team to perform as well. The only backdraw I see is they have not traveled to Hyderabad, where the knockouts will be played. The first one, qualify one, or the eliminator, whichever RCB do get to play. So they will have not much experience of playing in Hyderabad alone. Whereas all the other six places where they're going, they're won. If they can conquer Lucknow versus LSG, I think that'd be a great moment for any RCB fan.
So
So I
don't
think
you think if you know that you have not played at Hyderabad, your main focus should be take the top two spot and then play in
yes,
Kolkata, which you started the season with a victory?
yeah, the circle of life. I feel that what where you started is where you may be ending it. So I think that'd be a great thing. But between that, there is a game at Hyderabad. So I think they need to plan much more. So it's much more important to finish in the top two, as you rightly said. You'll get that extra chance also to give yourself in case you have that one bad day which can dent your hopes. I think extra motivation for this game will be that top two finish, not just the qualification.
Absolutely, extra bite in the cherry is what RCB fans want. Let's hope it's not the Mumbai Indians, but otherwise it could be trouble for any side. But RCB have a quality side this time around. Moving into the strategic timeout section now, Rohan. It's over to you. 4 questions, 60 seconds. Your time starts now. Virat Kohli or Mitchell Marsh? Who do you think will score more runs tomorrow?
I'll go for Virat. The kind of form is in. I think you need a Virat Kohli special. The more the merrier for anyone, man.
Okay, Rajat Patidar or Nicholas Puran? Who do you think will hit more sixes?
Oh, I think it should be Puran. Patidar still not getting his timing right, I feel, and is over attacking. I think Puran, the form is in, and the big hits that he's famous for, definitely Nicky P.
Okay, Suyash Sharma or Digvesh Rathi? Who picks more wickets according to you?
Both have been a bit unlucky, not picked much wickets. They've been there one or two kind of spells. So I think just the improvement that he has shown last game and the dip in form for Digvesh, I think Suyash Sharma for me wins this.
Has been very underrated, Suyash Sharma, just like Devdutt Padikkal with the bat. Your player of the match for this game?
I think the popular pick, everybody will say Virat Kohli. But for me, just because it's a game at Lucknow in UP, I would love to see the two homeboys, Bhuvnesh Kumar or Yash Dayal, if they can do it. I think that'd be a bit more special for them because you need more players to win your games than just rely on the one or two star players.
Okay, so fair enough. You're giving your four thoughts. Player of the match is something different, and it's going for the bowling section, is what you said. Very impressed with that. Players to watch out for is not we are heading towards. Let's take a look into my picks. Nicholas Puran, Mitchell Marsh, and Avesh Khanna for the Lucknow Super Giants. Virat Kohli, Jitesh Sharma, and Josh Hazelwood for the Royal Challengers Bengaluru. Anything different from your end?
Ayush Badoni for me for the Lucknow team because I think he's been very impressive. I think I just spoke about him. The match awareness and adaptability I think has grown ever since I think he was bought a couple of years ago under Gauti. I think he has matured a lot and even I think is captain Delhi at the state level. So I think giving this responsibility and in a very key batting order for LSG I think he has delivered. I think we have not seen much of his bowling skills as well. But I think Ayush Badoni is a guy to watch out for me. Abdul Samad as well. I think very underrated, big hitter. Hasn't gone to make those big scores that we have seen him in domestic cricket. But I think Abdul Samad for them. For RCB, yes, Kohli, Jitesh, Hazelwood, if he's fit enough. But for me, the guy who has experience of playing in Lucknow previously, someone like Krunal Pandya, and also being the only lefty in that batting order if
Correct. He can be the
Padikkal isn't
floater
there.
in terms of your batting as well now.
Yeah, he can be used anywhere depending upon the time of the match that's going on. I think that in terms of the overs numbers, I think Krunal can be your floater, as you rightly said. Not to mention, as you said, his bowling skills, giving you those vital wickets. And so far, the stat is whichever game RCB has won, Krunal has picked up a wicket, and which we haven't, he hasn't. So I think Krunal
And to add
Pandya.
it, Virat Kohli has scored a 50.
No, that's what I want to say. Virat's the guy who has always been talked about, but somebody else also delivering. I think that's what needs to be spoken also because these guys aren't given that much of a limelight, but their roles, just like our Suyash also we spoke, everybody has contributed. It's not like a one-man army that's going on. So the more people who are contributing for the benefit of the team, I think that's what wins you tournaments.
Absolutely, that's what wins you tournaments, according to me. Players to watch out for are done and dusted. Time to move on to the top three battles I've gone for. Here are my picks. Virat Kohli versus Akash Singh is my pick number one. Rajat Patidar versus Digvesh Rathi, pick number two. Bhuvneshwar Kumar versus Mitch Mal is my third battle. Any difference from your end?
I think the first one will be great to watch out, Pritham, because I think someone like Arshad Khan got Virat, so the left arm angle, which is kind of a matchup that these teams do look at. I think if we can survive those couple of overs from Akash, he's been very impressive, a big-hearted fellow, does swing it up front, just similar to a Mitch Stark. I think they like to call him as, I think Virat needs to be a bit watch out for. Let someone like a Bethel take the lead against him and make sure you bat through the innings. Patidar and Rati, I think Rati, the kind of speed at way balls, I think you can't get underneath him and hit too much straight, which is Patidar's strength. So I think he need to be a bit more smarter against him. Maybe
But
take
if
on somebody.
what if Patidar, I'm sorry, Digvesh Rathi is brave enough to flight it in, try some googlies around?
Then there's opportunity, but it's a double-edged sword. You can get beaten because it's not easy to read someone like Digvesh Rathis, how much of a turn is in that there, and also the pitch at Ekana can grip a little more, and it can cause you to mistime your aerial shots as well. So I think be a bit more safer than take somebody else on who is much more lesser of a spinner like a Markram or somebody if you get a chance at them. Bhuvi and Marsh will be really appetizing because Marsh, we have seen him from day one. He has been their enforcer in the power play. So how Bhuvi kind of steps up because end of the day it's his home ground as well. So those pace off deliveries and the big in swinger which he's famous for, if he can get that going and smart, that will be +1 for RCB.
Absolutely, that will be a very big bonus because Marsh is giving those blistering starts for the Lucknow Super Giants with the bat as well. Time to move on to the predicted playing 11, starting with the home side, LSG. I think the team looked good in the previous game versus Punjab Kings, though they lost. I think Pant's captaincy is a huge factor in this one. He's not leading the side really well in terms of his bowling changes. I'm going with an unchanged 11, having Akash Singh once again into my 11. Your thoughts on that, please?
I'm not sure what else they can do because they're trying out combinations, but it's not working. Someone like Yudhvir, all these guys have done decent in domestic season this time, but they're just not delivered. And over reliance on just a few individuals is what is not going to help you too much in a T20 game. So I think a lot of things have to go well for LSG. The confidence also looks a bit down, and the body language, just as you said, by someone like Rishabh isn't helping either. But still, unchanged,
Absolutely.
yeah, not sure what they'll do.
Absolutely unchanged 11. Puran, I think he loves batting against RCB. So can he get back his form? Can be that thing which LSG will hope in his very crucial game. Time to move on to the RCB playing 11 as well. Let's take a look at that. I think not many changes in this side, but there are a couple of forced one. If Salt is back, he automatically takes the spot of Jacob Bettel, who has been phenomenal. And similarly, they've the particle out Mayank Agarwal, I'm sorry, in at number 3.
Yeah, I think those are the only changes that can be seen. Unfortunate ones, as you said. But I'm not sure if Salt will be played ahead because Bedell just had a good half century. So they may like to stick with the same combination, just
So you're saying
DDP.
you can keep Salt even if he's fit?
Maybe just try out maybe one more game, give Bethel one more go because you may require different combinations leading up to the business end of the tournament. So I think give him a go because he's looked good enough and delivered for you when Salt wasn't there. Mayank, yes, it could be a straight swap. Maybe as you said, someone like Krunal can be tried up the order also to give somebody else as a backup in Manoj Bandage is also there, so
Could
he can
be.
come at the lower half of the batting order and then give you for a couple of overs as well. So I think a couple of combinations are there depending on the time of game. They may decide the impact player as well.
Absolutely. As of now, sensible changes. Mayank Agarwal comes in the side. You're saying could be Jacob Bethel retains his spot at the top of the order alongside Virat Kohli opening the innings. Predictions time now, putting you into the hot seat. Match number 59, important game at the Ekana Stadium, LSG versus RCB. Your predictions for this game?
RCB should win this. For me, it's a 55-45. I'm making it closer just because of the conditions there, and LSG can be a threat because of someone like Puran and Makram for me. Rest really not much of a threat I felt, but just because of these guys, and if RCB can win just to make that 7 in a row away, I think that motivation should be there to give them the extra edge over LSG. So 55-45 for me.
55-45. He's not taking any risk. He's saying, I'm going with a very close game. Conditions is what matters for LSG. Thank you so much, Rohan. Thank you to all the viewers watching this video. It's LSG versus RCB. Do or die, especially for the home side. Don't forget to subscribe to Fifth Umpire. Press the bell icon as well. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.